Okay, so I know you guys wanted to see just a real quick review of the planner after I printed out my 2015. Just the planner that I had before, and then everything is the same. I did go ahead and take out the pages that I was utilizing in my other planner previously, just because then that way I had everything in one spot, because I'm trying to train myself to use this one now. So everything that's the same as before. I still haven't created my divider tabs, but I am going to be doing that here soon. And what I plan on doing is actually on this front side, I'm going to list out birthdays and anniversaries. So then that way I have it at a real quick glance. And then over here on this side, I am going to utilize the back side. I have sticky notes with all of the bills that I need to pay for like the first pay period, and then I'll have another sticky note for the second pay period. And what I did was I went ahead and I purchased this Scott's Restickable glue stick, and I just ran a bead of it, or ran a strip of it down here. You just let it dry for about 30 seconds, and then what happens is it becomes like a post-it note, so you can seal that down and it's not going to come off. And then when you flip your page over, it's going to open right up and be right at that page. This is next week's layout. As you can see, I have birthday parties going on Saturday, so I'm trying to do preps. Once again, just use the glue stick to make little post-it note thingies and stuck them in here so that I have my little baby to-do list, basically. And then just went ahead and decorated everything. So on to the next part. Now, I was really concerned that I wasn't going to have things lined up properly. And lo and behold, when I went and I trimmed it down, it actually worked. I think you can probably see there. The lined pages that you are seeing there are on the back of the blanks. So like July, I have lines on the monthly view, and then the first week I have lines there. And I did, the way I printed it, in this manner is easier for me, just because then when it does convert to July, I can take these two pages if I want, and I can take them and I can put them over here. That's a huge thing for me with a binder, is being able to really save on space and on resources, is just being able to move things around the way that I want to. But overall, I'm really happy with the way it turned out. May is pink because that's my birthday month, and that's the month I wanted that to be pink. But each box measures a little over, let me turn my ruler around here, a little over 2 inches tall in this section, and then 1.5 inches wide. So they're substantial size boxes, and they're big enough that I can write things in, because I have got awful handwriting, and as you can see. And so I need a little bit more room to write things in, especially when I come to, say here where I've got a bunch of stuff going on that day. And like I explained before, I utilize this top box for daily things that are going to happen all day. I stuck that sticker in the wrong spot. But then that way I keep my appointments down at the bottom. I also put my meal planning down at the bottom, so then that way I've got that all in one spot. Then the other thing that I just wanted to talk about real quick were the Frixion pens from Pilot. I love these pens for the fact that they erase really, really, really well. I don't like the fact that these are extra fine tip, but that's all my store had, so that's all I was able to get a hold of around here. Now, you'll see this pen, and if you purchase these, this eraser is not on this end when you purchase it. It's actually on this end. And what I did was I took that eraser and I took it off and I swapped them. And the reason being is because if the eraser's on here and you put the cap on here, you can't erase when you're writing. So I just did it. It didn't take too long. It was pretty easy. The eraser fits really, really well in the pen cap here. And the great thing is it also doubles as a tip protector. Sorry, down here. tip protector. When you put it in, you can see that the tip is actually fully enclosed in that, so it's not going to dry out. The other thing is, the great thing about these, they are refillable, so you don't have to keep swapping ends around and such after you purchase them. And I may see if they have a larger tip the next time, like when I do the refills and whatnot on these. But they are growing on me, I'm not going to lie. I love the fact that the eraser never wears down. I have used this thing, like the day that I got it, I was so excited. I've been using it and using it and using it. And the eraser never wears down. So those are really good investments. The other thing that I did get, and this is from jetpens.com, and this is the Frixion markers. They're a little bit thicker of a tip, which I'm going to be a brat and say I'm not real pleased about it, but they are a good quality marker, and they did get this one right, because if you notice, the eraser, sorry about that, is actually on the cap where it should be. So there's that, and it does write a lot fatter than the other pen. This writing right here is with the extra fine tip, and this is with the marker. So that is the difference. But they do come off easily when you go to erase them and whatnot. The other thing that I love, a couple of other things, is they have the highlighters as well. Again, this is on this end, so when you put the cap on, it's going to be covered, but the way that the design is, you can't even take that off and swap it with anything. So I just have to live with it. It'll be okay. Because I got me one of these, and it's just a little Frixion. This is like a plastic, sorry, this is like a little plastic case. And it's just a little eraser that I got, and I think it was about $1.50 or so. So it's really inexpensive, especially when you know that it's not going to wear down like a normal eraser. My biggest thing is probably going to be the fact that I will probably end up losing it before it would be actually destroyed. So if you guys have any questions or comments, just go ahead and leave them down below, and I will try to make sure to answer them. Honestly, now that I've done this, I don't know if it would really be that bad to print them out, since I know that it printed out really well, and to try to sell them. But for right now, I'm going to kind of hold off on that. The only person that's going to get one of these that is printed off is going to be my aunt, and that's just because I'm doing that as kind of a belated birthday present for her. So she's the only one at this point in time, but it's, you know, it's not perfect. There are things that I definitely need to work on with this. Some formatting issues, like right here, you can kind of see that really dark black line. I have tried to take that thing off of the file, the actual digital file that I had this saved on before I printed it, and it still was there, and that just irritated me. But you can see it happened over on May as well. But, you know, overall, for a custom binder, you know, printer pages, or planner pages rather, I think it works out really well. And I think that is it. So, that is the lovely new binder. And like I said, if you have any questions, just let me know. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.